For coming. I hope by now you've all heard about the body scanners at the airports. And I'd like to take a little bit of time and go back through the years and see how we got to this point. Back on 9/11/2001, we had the most catastrophic event that has happened in this country. America lost its innocence. At that point, we accepted National Guardsmen in the airports, armed and looking for packages that were left and suspicious people. Then we got to December 22nd, 2001. Richard Reed, the shoe bomber from England. So they found he was trying to light a fuse in his shoe to set off a bomb. Due to that, we had to remove our shoes when we went through our screenings at the airport. Fast forward to Christmas 2009, August 9, 2006. 8 British Muslims were trying to plan to take down 7 airplanes within hours of each other using liquids. At that point, we all had to put all of our liquids in less than 100 milliliter bottles on our carry-on, and they had to be in clear plastic bags less than 1 quart. Christmas 2009, the famous underwear bomber. That's when we started with the body scanning. So now we're at a point where I'm sure everybody's heard on the news, there are scanners that basically reveal your naked body. And they've said now that we can opt to either go through the scanner or we can opt to have a full body pat down. Okay, I've looked at this and I've looked at different countries and what they're doing, and there's several questions that came to my mind when I first started hearing about it. The biggest thing was that we really were not told that this was going to be implemented. I don't know if anybody heard beforehand that when we were going to go to the airport, we were going to have this to be dealing with. Second question I had that came to my mind is, what about the radiation? People are being exposed to radiation, and I looked at some papers, the Daily, it's called, in the UK, and they've seen that the radiation exposure is about 20 times what they originally had said. So the questions are coming up as to, what about pregnant women going through these? What about young children? They're putting flight attendants and pilots through, which means that they're going through multiple times, not like a few flights that we take. They're going daily. People with immune compromised systems could suffer. People with genetic predispositions to cancer could develop cancers. The way this radiation is, from what I've researched and understand, is that the X-rays are covering your skin of your whole body. So you're getting exposed on every inch of your body for whatever period of time that is. It's not like going and getting a chest X-ray like that, where it's your whole body. So skin cancers could very possibly arise from being exposed to this radiation. And the other thing I thought about is, what about pedophiles? They could possibly get a hold of these pictures and post them on porn sites. And I have a 5-year-old grandson and a 3-year-old granddaughter, and I do not want them exposed to anything like this. I don't know how you all feel about it. I just think it's not good. I saw on the news a 3-year-old girl that was being patted down, screaming, and we try to raise our children. Bad touch, don't allow strangers to touch you, and this little girl was climbing up her mother while this lady was patting her down, and I was horrified. I was absolutely horrified. The child, I think, is traumatized by this experience. We need to stand up. Our Fourth Amendment rights are being violated. The Fourth Amendment states that we have the right to be secure in our persons, our house, our papers, and effects, and the government cannot do unreasonable searches and seizures without valid cause. I'm also reading that CARE, the Council on American and Islamic Relations, has come out with a fatwa that is basically saying that this is against their religious ideology and it violates their principles of modesty and decency, and they will not subject themselves to it. They will allow the women cannot go through the scan. I don't think the men or the women can go through the scanners. The women can be padded from the neck up. Which is, okay, the Muslims, the radical element of the Muslim group are the ones that we're pretty sure are trying to kill us. So I'm waiting for Janet in Capitano to see how she relates to that. So basically, right now we are being treated like criminals, while the criminals are being treated like citizens because of our political correctness. We need to unite and say that enough is enough and reassert our constitutional rights. Benjamin Franklin stated that they who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Our leaders will soon face their day of reckoning. Thank you.